Just love that North America. It's just like, yeah, we're going to have Michael Jordan and all this kind of American stuff, and then Nahas with the barn burner coming in. You know what? Screw that. We're actually going to represent the rest of the world here, Lacoste. Yeah. And let's talk about the game. And not all the other crap that were going on about Team Liquid. We are into their roster. The most dynamic drafting we've seen from Kuro at any tournament.
I mean, if it's not broken, don't fix it, Toby, huh?
Yeah. It seems like Kyle didn't like it much. It's just like, where's their damage going to come from? How are they going to kill the immortal Virtus Pro?
This is what I like to see. The mid laners going against each other. You get this snake balloon or whatever it is.
For a moment, I thought we were going to have in-game analysis. Look at Weehas even just like, high-five me, bro. Yeah, friendly banter.
So Dragonite is one of the... Okay, let's be serious for a moment. Dragonite is the hero that barely loses his lane with the Dragon Blood. He can't get harassed that much, especially against the Wind Ranger, who is kind of a lane dominator, relies so much on the physical damage, especially early on, and magical, of course. Just she also has this power shot to secure the range creep, of course. But overall, Dragonite is the hero, as I mentioned, that doesn't lose many matchups. And look at the sustain on side of VP. So much healing. They have Centaur ulti to disengage a team fight. You have Juggernaut's healing ward, Winter Wyvern ulti, and they're going to be pretty beefy.
Yeah, they're going to go again, however, onto Pasha, Miracle, as well as GH. They've got a lot of sustain early on. That's something which isn't metal solid. Almost forgot that route. And he went Splinter Blast level 1 to Liquid and not, well, they're not too worried anyway, because Rocket Barrage will go through. They may even dive into the tower. It's a little too deep. GH and Miracle will not go, but they're forced a lot of consumables to be burned on this dual offlane of Virtus Pro very early on. GH, he kind of wants to take damage just for efficiency, even though he can still heal through max. Pasha?
Yeah, Ice Frog, hello? Something's broken, we can't enter the lane, we can't get to the creeps.
It's not that, I think Pasha may almost be dead. One more attack from Miracle. The Splinter Blast just slows Miracle up so he doesn't come close to get that last attack in. But that's a Centaur on 3% HP, walking back to base 45 seconds in.
Yeah, he didn't have a healing salve, so he needs to walk back and will TP. That's gonna give Team Liquid some CS advantage.
Double stout shields. Not enough.
That doesn't work against magical damage.
Oh, this is difficult for Mind Control. Right, he's going to get double creep waves. Maybe he could just never-ending spin onto Roger, but that won't happen. Roger, who was definitely the focus of an earlier series, was able to spill the blood of Mind Control, ensuring Virtus Pro get off to a nice start and stop that creep-skipping axe.
Roger is the player that you do not want to give first blood to. He's going to get the extremely fast mana boots, turn it into Ether Lens, and then it's going to become harder for Team Liquid because the initiation range on this hero is so important.
Feels like it's also going to be difficult for like Miracle to do anything about it. Because how do you get close against what VP's got? Because they do have a decent amount of like burst, be it Splinter Blast, be it Ether Shock, be it whatever range you've got. Like, how is GH meant to live through this unless he gets a good start? And unless he tries to solo at the moment. Sure.
We don't see that often.
No, there's no kill potential from either of these heroes. If there's a creep wave, maybe there is some for Wyvern, but they're not even contesting a pull, they're contesting a piece of, like, a tree.
Yeah, I like how Valve becomes smarter over the time. Like, they take away all the cosmetics from Axe. And that's actually a cosmetic. You need to pay money to get no cosmetics at all.
Hey, how many heroes have you seen that wear less that cost more? Isn't that's like how the MMOs work, right? Where they
the more you have, the better player you are.
Welcome to my level 60, level 80 armor. Wait, you're wearing a loincloth. This doesn't make any sense to me. I do more damage with my fist than I do with axes. This makes no sense to me.
Unless you're Hellboy, and he really reminds me of some detours, but
yeah, it's fine. This is a Russian observer. But that leaves Miracle alone on top lane for the moment, and Mind Control looking for some sweet revenge. Roger does not have regeneration to stand against Mind Control, and that's why the Courier's doing his own trip close to the fists of Axe. Kuro's got his own damage, the Nightmare. Mind Control wants to bring the creep wave, so maybe get a spin. They're going to take the Nightmare off Ramses. Always a fantastic team player. Ensure that Roger can get to the trees in relative safety. And also level 2.
Yeah, he just got healing ward so they can sustain in this lane. Oh, there's gonna be extra gold? Nope.
Actually fortifying up the creep wave, Roger. Oh, he's so low on life, the battle hunger's gonna kill him off. Moving up, Ramsey's just like, hey, can you do something about this? No, I can't do anything.
Kuro just got almost 300 gold from that.
Thanks. He's having a bit of a harder time in mid. 26-4 for the Dragon Knight. Already got double Bracer and Quelling Blade, so
this is the build, Toby. If game is going well, you go double Bracer. If game is not going well, you go quadruple Bracer. No, just kidding, but you can always get 2 Bracers, especially on the off lanes. A Centaur, a Spirit Breaker, you get so much value out of it.
Mind Control going down to Ramses. Didn't need much more, just an easy hold. And into a spin, hoofed on from Pasha. This is GH getting a little bit more aggressive with the Splinter Blast. GH comes so much damage. He's got Salva Vel, but needs that extra distance. And now he can keep the line. A little bit of Miracle with Rock of Barrage moving forward. Splinter Blast will cancel off the heal, but Pasha getting blocked in the trees. And then Miracle having the same problem. He doesn't connect on GH. The juke around the trees will not help. Miracle end up killing off Pasha. Just one missed hoof stop punches them heavily.
And GH seems like he has enough money to buy a bottle. Bounty runes will spawn in 50 seconds. They're still chasing on top.
Roger, I think, wants to have a crack over at Kuro. Yeah, they're turning around with a homing missile. Solo caught in the trees. Another jump forward with a Rocket Barrage. Solo has nothing to protect himself, but they're still going on bottom. But they cannot contest the pull anymore, Virtus Pro. And this is all for the 5-minute bounty runes, which 3 of which will go to Liquid.
This top lane is not going well for Virtus Pro. If they can just survive through initial bursts from Winter Wyvern and the Centaur, and also they should not be attacking Centaur, not giving that
Curse in trouble.
Retaliate charges.
Nightmare, help by just a little bit of time, get away from Roger. He's got a brain sap, extra life, mind control, gonna let the battle hunger onto Ramsey so he can get a little bit more aggressive. He won't get the spins he's looking for because nothing's there to attack him.
Ramses is getting closer to level 6, so that's going to be a lot of kill potential on a bottom lane, even though it's not very effective against the Axe if he has a point in Berserker's Call.
God, this strength of no one so early on is... And how do they stop this? Weehawk can just keep power shotting and destroying the waves. So at least it slows down the push of this first dragon form. But bottom lane, mind control. Well, he's got the taunt over, needs some extra spin, and DH! He doesn't get the life, but he's got the balls, and he'll give those. With the extra brain sap of from Kuro, they should be able to get this kill onto the support. And Roger body blocked up, GH's rotation, almost saving mind control, but it ensures a double kill for GH, and that's that early start.
Yeah, a bit unlucky for Liquid there. He got the crit on the last hit. GH was not fast enough. I mean, he was fast enough, but that crit actually killed him. He was not able to heal him up.
But that's now a lot of heroes down on bottom lane for Team Liquid. Probably not exactly what they wanted, but the Nightmare into a call combining with the entire creep wave. Ramses, he can spin himself further away, but it seems like a nice and easy setup combination. Like we've seen Bane Nightmare set up for a lot of heroes, but yeah. Axe being one of them.
Blade Fury is not going to save him in that lane because it's pure damage from Axe. Same goes for Bane. I mean, it only saves him from a brain sap, but he can just run away, actually. Doesn't need to spin. Roger.
He doesn't have that same option. With the Battle Hunger, Mind Control's got all the movement speed in the world. Extra support rotating in from Kuro. Thanks to the power shot, they had enough damage to get the kill. And now Kuro just leaves a nice aggressive Observer Ward behind. Don't think that Radiant Observer Ward was able to scout it out because it's on the other side of the tree. This still feels like a pretty even start at the beginning, but is that the way it's going to stay? It feels like everyone's getting a decent amount out of the laning phase, but the panel was pointing out that Virtus Pro are going to become immortal. Is Liquid reaching a point where they either can sustain through with the IO or they have enough damage through Miracle?
You should never underestimate the Gyro and IO combo, and so far pretty even game, even though mid is getting destroyed. If you look at the network chart, almost 1,000, actually 1,000 gold advantage for a Dragon Knight.
Now that's going to give him the ability to sustain the front lines, potentially also get aggressive if he wants to get the blink. But VP being aggressive, moving into the dire jungle. They are currently hunting for anything they can get, leaving 2 nice Observer Wards behind, so they'll get vision. And they'll see where GH is moving, and they'll also understand that Gyro is by himself on the top lane. So Roger and Solo looking to work together to kill off Miracle. He has level 6, Miracle sees him, TP's coming in, Miracle lets the call down go, wants to catch out Roger, Solo caught by the first rocket, second rocket won't connect with the flat cannon damage, Pasha has to move forward to take it for the team, but he's actually shackled up, Weeha using the neutral centaur to hold him in position. Solo's died in the meantime because Wee's already picked up that kill, Pasha wants to knife up for the apple orb, but he won't have it. Weeha won't have anything with that. Double kill for the rotation off of the Wind Ranger. The sacrifice will be damage onto the tier 1 tower in mid.
Yeah, that Centaur needs to be renamed. I mean, he just worked against his older brothers.
Hey, they used to look alike, and then some reason, like he got a cosmetic change.
They need that level 6 on Centaur so they can disengage against those rockets, or if he uses ulti on Gyro.
Mind control? 4 heroes to kill off mind control. Looks like DK's not going to stick around for this. Ramses will go into a spin. Mind control, going to try and spin TP out, and will not be successful. Ramses has enough damage to get through.
Maybe if he popped the Fairy Fire there. It was close, but not that close. Bane is already level 6, 9.5 minutes in. They need to bring numbers on the mid lane.
Yep. And Kuro already having Arcane Boots as well allows Weeha to have a little bit more spam up his sleeve. Bounty runes in 20 seconds. So setup will begin for these. But this is the game I was hoping for. Our first 2 best of ones that I got to cast today were a little bit more obvious with the way they ended. But this one still feels good. Ramses runs up. It's a Fiend's Group combining with a call down. VP do not want to walk into this. So much damage. Juggernaut's already gone down. They have to use the Stampede to escape. GH is even lucky enough. Arcane Rune, bottle it up and get forward. The homing missile's coming. No one will have to fight underneath this shrine. He's already thrown it. But Liquid have more than enough damage to keep going through this DK. And who's meant to be immortal? Latch him to a tree.
They can't just run uphill like that. Winter Wyvern was not level 6 there, so he could not use the ulti to disengage. He's actually only level 4.5. He just bought a tome, which will get him closer to level 6. Especially in this recent patch. Position 5 is so much easier to play because you have the second tome, usually the position 4 gets it, and the wards cost less, and you get a lot more gold from killing enemy wards, so you're gonna invest more gold in Setris.
I just can't believe VP fought into a place where they had no vision.
Yeah.
Like they just spent time putting vision on the northern side. Now Solo reveals himself inside the trees. Courier turn the opposite direction because that Wyvern is dead.
Liquid is playing so fast right now. This tier 1 tower on bottom is Dunzo, and they can't even put the pressure on the top lane. The only lane they can play is mid. Dragon Knight has his form if they want to pressure it, but there's already a Wind Ranger there ready to spam the power shot to deep push it.
They're looking for a nice shackle. Hey, Nolan and Roger, would you mind lining up for a second? So Weeha, power shots the way, more support rotating up, but they do see it. That Radiant Observer Ward watching the bottom rune area gives information to Virtus Pro and Team Liquid. They already feel it themselves. They have their own dire Observer Ward deep in that sees Ramses on top of the shrine. So they'll back up, back to the top lane. They still need to get some extra farm into Axe. He hasn't had the greatest game in the world. So mind control, give him the top lane. He's working towards the Blink Dagger.
He's building a little bit of everything. Brown boots, chainmail,
like
has a casual ring.
Sort of Vanguard, or I'll finish it later.
He will finish later.
It's like painting one wall. It's like I'll get to the other one just in a bit.
He just bought one. I mean, the game is going well. He needs to be able to survive. They don't need that initial burst. Initial initiation.
Yeah.
They have a shackle shot. They can just speed in with the Gyro and Io.
They don't need initiation when Virtus Pro walk into them into fog of war.
That's true as well.
Double TP's coming towards the top lane. Mass 7 was already committed. Weeha will get the shackle, and they're relocating GH and Miracle in. So they'll get rid of Roger. They'll clean up the Mass 7 wards as well as Kuro. Oh, that's a little confident. But he has the Observe Ward on top of the Dire Shrine, so they understand that Virtus Pro aren't bringing any more support to that top lane.
Yeah, the one thing Virtus Pro can do with the next Curse or boards, put a pressure on one of those lanes and have Winter Wyvern being smoked. Try to then use the Relocate and then put a good Winter's Curse to kill the Io, because he's always near the Gyro and he will be attacking him.
Yeah, I actually just missed the fact, like you get this level 10 talent. It's like, I'm going to get mana on a Dragon Knight. Why can't I just buy Soul Ring? He's going for Radiance instead. But it always just feels a little odd to me still.
I've seen some of the players get the other talent, the breathe fire reduction against illusions, or when enemy lineup has a lot of physical damage.
I thought he might have actually done it against Weeha, because the panel was talking about the skill on breathe fire, you get that kind of presence. Kuro, he's on a deep warding mission. This is the smoke break of Virtus Pro.
It's not the target that they wanted to kill. It's only position 5. They need to get a bigger kill. And when you get a kill, you need to transition it into something. Shadow Shaman wards will be up soon. They still have a Stampede, and they want to take a fight right now. But Liquid is doing a really good job just dodging those fights, defending their towers.
And they can defend even harder. That's a mech done on the IO. Gyrocopter has the Maelstrom available. So they're really starting to amp up their damage and their sustain, and they're ready to fight. Already in position. Relocate's available from the IO, but it may not matter. The fortification up for heroes in this mid. The only person who's not there is Shaman. Shackle flies forward. Weeha gets right there from the center. Called down, but the curse is on the target, which has a damage reduction, so you don't really care as much. Miracle can tank through it, but allows Virtus Pro to disengage with burning both curse and Stampede. There's a ticket for Liquid to move forward.
They know they have no Stampede, they have no Winter's Curse. They want to take this tier 1 tower by force. Also nice shackle from Wee once again.
Yeah, this is the reason why he plays this hero. This is the reason why we're also wondering, like, hey, does he actually build Desolate? Does he work through the armies? Does he work through the towers? Does he just keep bringing in this damage? Because his positioning is always fantastic. Mind Control is going to get stunned up. The mid tier 1 tower is dying in the meantime, so Mind Control just battle hungers no one, gets the movement speed, and thanks to the fact he's got no clothes on, he's a little bit faster to walk away.
One of the problems that VP has right now, they don't have the Spirit Vessel carrier. I mean, Shadow Shaman can buy one, but I'm not sure that's gonna come that quickly. Winter Wyvern can also buy one, but it's only a position 5 Winter Wyvern, and he's not gonna get the far.
Kuro, he's gonna nightmare. That's gonna waste so much of this, and he's still got Fiend Grip available. That's why Rems went to the spin. Kuro will end up stealing. Oh, he gets the Fiend Grip off. He has enough life thanks to the mech that was brought in by GH. You'll get the Ether Shock, but that now means that Roger's gonna fall. You get the revenge kill on Kuro, sure, but actually, no, you don't. The neutral creep kill Kuro. It wasn't even the bloody hero. Virtus Pro don't get the credit for it, and they're going to lose their support. Right now, the neutrals are having more success than Virtus Pro in these fights.
And I love what Kuro did. He ran uphill. He wanted to use the Brain Sap on the neutrals and then Fiends Grip him, but also this came with the mech to save him up in the last moment. Virtus Pro right now, they're not that strong because Dragonite didn't invest any of the gold. He has 3,000 gold saved up.
Mind Control, the first timing missile connects. This allows Mind Control to get the call off, holding the D-Gate in position. Then Kuro, as well as Miracle, could do the work. The curse will arrive. Pasha, he thought he was going to go for the initiation, but they're going to turn around the opposite direction.
They don't have any big team fight ultis to fight with outside of Team Liquid. And Virtus Pro, they just popped 2 to save Ramses.
Yeah. Liquid are going to keep pressuring forward. Under the Dire Observe ward, they're watching Ramses. We at least knows that his Shackle's not going to work if Ramses has spin up and running. At least not directly. They just want the tier 1 tower. This is the remaining tier 1 tower of Virtus Pro. And this is why you don't believe Kyle on a panel like Liquid. They're finding enough damage. They're finding the team fights. It does feel like Virtus Pro gave them that momentum with the bottom bounty fights. The bottom lane bounty
fights. Yeah, that 10-minute bounty fight kind of changed everything. Now, Centaur has a blink, he doesn't have any tanky items, and they want to start a fight, but they can't find any good openings.
But he revealed the blink. Like, that's what happened with Virtus Pro. They initiated in. It's like, it's so odd to watch Virtus Pro get that initiation, because you went for the curse at the same time the blink hoofstop was meant to happen. And the hoofstop looked like it was going to be great, but the second the curse is down, it's like, okay.
Yeah, and the Maelstrom is such a great item this game.
Yeah, over on the Gyro.
Yeah, because you can shred through Winter Wyvern's heal, and Dragonite has a lot of armor, so it's a magical damage.
Ramses, I always get a little worried with his position, but interesting to see the difference. A lot more lane creeps, but a lot more kill and assist goal coming in for the Wind Ranger. It still keeps them neck and neck. Like, it's the difference about 300, which at this point of the game for the 2 cores doesn't mean that much. It's like 1 kill and you'll turn it around.
If they can bait 1 or 2 more ultis from Virtus Pro, they can easily turn that into Roche. But they need to maybe grab a kill or 2 before they can go.
Well, the Blink Dagger on Axe will help enable that. That just arrived for Mind Control. And a double damage for Ramses. Virtus Pro heavily enabled with damage, but it happened underneath the Dire Observer Ward. So Team Liquid, they know what's going on. They get rid of the sentry nice and quick. And Kuro just wants to back up. So once again, Virtus.pro will be denied a fight. It also feels a bit rough because, like, you got the Gyrocopter who now completes up his BKB, working with the IO on the other side of the map, but they always know they can be fine. This is like, wasn't it Poppy that said this during MDL, where he's like, you know what, there's these great two heroes, like there's Chen, there's IO, and I can just utilize this entire map and not really care because these abilities win me the map.
Yeah, they can just play with 3 other heroes. You can see what I was about to say, and then have Gyro IO farming the lane and the jungle and just relocate wherever it's needed.
Smoke will break on Kuro. Ramses was just a little bit too close. Lovely V.
And V, he realizes that he needs a BKB. He doesn't even finish his Maelstrom. Because with the 2 BKBs on their side, on Gyro and Windranger, they don't care about Shadow Shaman. They don't care about the stuns and the Winter Wyvern ult.
Yep. Do they even care about DK? Like, he's going to finish up a Radiance, and you're like, well, I'm going to BKB. So, yay. And their cores can stand the fights, but this has created a damage reduction on Liquid. Like, do they need to actually have harder hitting items, or is that just the next phase? They can work their way into it.
Right now, Liquid is fine with farming because it's IO Gyro. You're always safe going into the late game. We saw when they played the previous series where Divine Rapier was picked up, and the Virtus.pro, they realized they need to take this fight. All the ultis are up, smoke.
Okay, it is the fight as well. Like, if Juggernaut was inside the smoke, I was wondering if they're going to try and sneak Roshan underneath Team Liquid's noses. But the bounty runes arrive for the 20-minute mark. No one's looking at the pit. And they're going to have GH and Miracle move over, but everyone else from Virtus.pro is too far away now. Well, back to the status quo, I guess. Let's continue to farm, watch Miracle get bigger and bigger on a Gyrocopter who's 11.5k net worth.
Yeah,
Mind control is getting
kind of problem for Virtus.pro.
Yeah,
they need to take down this Wisp before a team fight. If they can get the hands on him, they don't have any kind of save besides Bane's Nightmare. So
what the ultimate thing is just to curse the IO to begin the fight, or your Centaur gets the initiation on.
If they can find him with a Centaur, I think that's more than fine. Then maybe try to control the Bane.
Yeah, because Bane caused a problem for Ramses.
Yeah.
Like, that's something we've already seen Kuro initiate with. Like, it's like, okay, Ramses, you can spin if you want to. Like, but having that level 6 on your support, that immunity piercing ultimate.
Did I just saw that right? That Wisp has Heart of Tarrasque queued up.
It would not surprise me.
Like, if he can survive through the initial burst from Virtus.pro, he's gonna get it eventually. Because this game doesn't feel like it's gonna end soon. Both teams playing really carefully right now.
Well, Virtus.pro can't push the issue, right? Because if they push the issue, they go into the team fight of Team Liquid. And they'll do it once again where they walk into Liquid's fight. And they don't even need the initiation to come in from mind control.
And there's always a threat for this Juggernaut. He can't split push the side lanes. You're playing against Axe, so there's always a threat. He can pretty much solo kill you once he gets a blade mail.
Look at Virtus.pro's mindset. They're scanning Roshan. They're thinking the Team Liquid now looking at another objective on the map. Once they find that double damage in bottom river, maybe they do think about it themselves. Nope.
It's gonna be bottom locket.
It's Locket. I can see what you thought though, because like it's that not the mini heart. That kind of says too much about it.
It's a mini heart, mini hood.
Yeah. Oh, so Maelstrom finished up from no one. Once again though, he's the one hero that's not caught inside the smoke. Sorry, it's no one this time, not Ramses, but okay, the DK just walked into the pit underneath the
they saw that.
They totally saw that. Like, waiting under the cover of smoke, Liquid is ready. Soul is a little bit further up, the power shot sees information, the Mass Wars are already down inside the pit. Everyone's TP'd over from Liquid. So prepare yourselves for a fight. The blink in, the blink, axe call. They need to kill this Winter Wyvern before anything can happen. The shackle holds him to the tree. Roshan, he's not dead yet. He's one bit. Miracle off the top of his own BKB, moves forward, force them out, and you know what they're going to try and do? They're going to finish Roshan. Run to the mass server watch. No one walks in. He's diving out the breaker free. But this arc is out. Breaker kill on Dire. He snatches the ace wall into the hands of Pasha, but Mind Control's already got the double kill with the shackles. They can hold Miracle in position, but now the chase begins for Team Liquid. Pasha up the hill. Gyrocopter is the one being cursed up, but Weeha with PKB protection. Shackled Ramses killed him off, and they go from one to the other. You can kill up Pasha, or break the Eagles Immortal, but Mind Control has himself a triple kill. Miracle is unstoppable, and Pasha can TP away. They call it. GG. 23 minutes in. Virtus Pro. You know what? Liquid were laughing their asses off as they were picking their heroes. Weeha, hey, play Wind Ranger again. Hey, Mind Control, play Axe. And then you got Virtus Pro, who did not seem to be too happy during the drafting phase, and they will not be happy after game 1 against Liquid. That's a quick GG.
I don't think anyone expected them to call GG.